So with that, we can start about us. It says professional and passionate. We talked a little bit about the backgrounds of our co-founding group. And we decided to organize as a low-profit, limited liability company because we are passionate about community economic development and clean technology. So by keeping our overhead low, we're able to pass on these benefits to our customers, which was one of the reasons that we were selected. When you look at the 3 tiers of pricing, the prices that we are able to offer are low in part because of the business model we've chosen, which is a commitment to what we do. We are a woman-owned small business, so just by our selection, we're creating jobs and improving the local economy. It says that we have 20 years of combined experience on over 470 residential installations. And so what that means is Jeff, Christian, and myself, and by that I mean mainly Christian, have, can you see now? Okay, thank you. Have been working in solar for years and full-time together for 6 years. The way that we work together as a team, I'm the CEO, and basically I have the business and finance background. Jeff does more with sales and marketing, and Chris has more of the technical experience, the certifications. So we are fully licensed and insured general contractor in North Carolina and 7 states. We have our NABCEP certification. It's the North American Board of Certified Energy Practitioners, essentially the gold standard for solar. We have an electrician's license. So we have full capacity as an organization to ensure excellent quality standards in all of our installations. We also have a stellar history of customer satisfaction. We have polled all of our customers post-installation and looking at things from professionalism to clean work site to quality of materials. And we used a third-party rating service. It's a Likert scale, like a 5-point scale, and we were outstanding in all categories, the most important of which being that our customers would recommend us to their friends or family. And the way that we're working with this implementation of the project is we will be the primary points of contact throughout the entire phase. Solarize Charlotte started in April, and the end of the sign-up period is July 31st. So proposals will expire 15 days thereafter. At that point, we will know how many people have signed up and what tier of pricing we'll be in. Whatever that discount is available to everybody who signed up at any time during the sign-up period. When the installation phase begins, we'll be acting as project managers overseeing the installations by our subcontractor, Sylvester and Cockram. And they are a Charlotte-based company. They are fully licensed and insured HVAC plumbing and electrical company with over 100 employees, over 100 years of combined experience, also an impeccable reputation, and they will have crews that will be doing the installations. They should generally take 3 days for the actual physical installation, and Christian Red Group will personally be doing a final inspection for quality before the local permitting department comes through. So we have a great relationship with them. We've been working with them for years, since before our organization formed, and we'll continue to do that in the future. About our process, it's consistent. We have identified some specific components that we'll be using for the Solarize project, and the process starts with you signing up. You contact us, and we use GIS information to do an initial assessment of your home. Ideal home would have no shade, south-facing roof. The roof condition can vary, but if it is 15 years old or less, that would be our preference. If it appears that your home is a good viable option for going solar, then we ask that you provide us with your electrical consumption. 12 months of data on how you're actually using energy in your home enables us to provide you with the right sized system. I'm going to go over net metering briefly. It is the NCUC requirement of Duke to pay the retail rate for the electricity that you generate. So the way that it works is each month your system will generate an amount of energy. If you generate more than you consume, you receive a credit that is available for you to utilize on your next bill. So they aren't paying you, they're providing you with essentially a discount on what you would be paying. And the way that it works with Duke is that in May, all of those credits are reset to 0. Thus, you don't want to overproduce because you would you'd basically be giving energy for free back to the grid. What you do want to do is optimally offset your production over the course of the year based on your actual consumption and the way it's used in your home so that this investment provides the greatest return to you. I'm happy to answer more questions about that. I'm needing to hurry through a little bit. So next slide. This is an example of the cost savings from a 4.5 kW system. That means 4,500 watts. Each of these is a 250 watt panel. So the way that it works with the Solarize program is the average retail cost is $18,900 if you are paying retail rates, which you're not. That's looking at a cost per watt of about $4.20. The initial Solarize price per watt is $3.65. We've had almost 300 people sign up. We're more than halfway toward the second tier. We can't guarantee, but I would say it is feasible to plan for at least being in the second tier. So that would be $3.45 per watt. And after tax credits, the full cost is reduced by a 30% federal tax credit and a 35% state tax credit. So you get that back from your taxes. And it brings the cost of solar down by, well, looking like 75%. And we have this example available online as well. I'd be happy to go through it and answer more questions about that. I'm going to defer to you for the tax incentives. I think you'll do a better job explaining. So we can move on to the next slide. In addition to the money that you're making through the investment or saving, the environmental and public health benefits are really important. So over the life of the system, this 4.5 kW solar energy system is reducing 126 tons of carbon that would be emitted into the atmosphere. And you see some equivalents here, so you have a better feeling. That'd be almost 3,000 trees, driving almost 200 or more than 250,000 miles less, recycling 398 tons instead of sending it to the landfill, or displacing CO2 emissions from annual electric use of 14 other homes. So your neighbors will be thanking you. And each of your proposals will include not only your system's production, the graphs that show the economic benefits over time and explain what those numbers are, like net present value and cash flow and internal rate of return, but also the environmental impact. So this is the cumulative cash flow. Some people use as a benchmark the time by which you pay off the system. And this is an actual 4.5 kW that we're likely to contract. And it is paid off between years 5 and 7, as you can see. Thereafter, it's all to the positive benefit. It's about a 19% internal rate of return for this, which is like putting your money in a bond, but getting almost 20%, which would not happen. Not right now, unfortunately. So we can go on. I'm going to wrap up for now. I don't believe that I have time to go through the loan options. Financing is available, and if anybody is interested in financing, it's a different way of speaking about solar. Instead of looking at it in terms of rate of return, you speak in terms of monthly payments. And so the interest on the on the loans that you can take out are tax deductible. So you are paying interest, but it decreases the amount that you have to pay out monthly, and you get the added benefit of deducting the tax on the interest. And these are specifically made for solar. So there's a Solar Plus option whereby they essentially float your tax credit for you for 18 months. So they give you the loan that you can pay off after 18 months with no interest, without having to pay out initially for what you expect to get back from your taxes. So with that, I'll just say thank you. We'll have to escape out and skip the rest of the slides, but I'm Cynthia Redwine. I'll be up here for questions about mainly the financial things, and Christian and Jeff know more about the process and the technology. Thank you.